What started as a small get-together of international groups 31 years ago has now turned into a massive festival filled with food, music, fun, friends, and laughter. And rest assured, everyone here is having a great time. Florida A&M University's Spring 2026 commencement ceremony will be held here at the Al Lawson Multipurpose Center. I spoke with several graduating seniors, and similar to Myron, their parents will have to stay outside of Tallahassee because of the lack of available hotels or higher prices. Thank you, Tamia. Florida State University and the city of Tallahassee announced Friday that the legal transfer of the city-owned hospital assets is now complete. TMH will continue operating as a nonprofit hospital and ranked #3 in the nation and #1 in Florida. For many artists, what happens at this festival can shape the rest of their year. This event is a major economic drive for creators, but the rewards extend longer than just the weekend. The community always looks forward to this annual event. Many residents and drivers share the same sentiment as gas prices continue to rise across Tallahassee. Many will be forced to adjust their budgets as there is no clear indication of when prices will again stabilize. I'm Kandon for FAMU News 20 at 5. The Water Circus Atlantis Tour has had a total of 7 shows in Tallahassee and is not yet done with the Big Bend. The next stop is Panama City, starting February 27th. I'm Kandon for FAMU News. Passed into law in 2025, the Second Chance Act will mandate high school athletes to receive an electrocardiogram screening, also known as an EKG, to detect underlying heart conditions before they can participate in any sport sanctioned by the Florida High School Athletic Association. Florida High nurse Allison Westfall is adamant about the difference the Second Chance Act will make and says her school has already taken steps beyond the law's specific high school requirements to ensure the safety of their student athletes.
Florida High has expanded that to 6th through 8th as well, because that age group could also have an issue and we want to catch it as early as we can. EKGs save lives. They're quick. They take less than 5 minutes to do. They're painless.
The legislation is named in honor of the late Chance Gaynor, a Florida football player who passed away at 18 years old after going into cardiac arrest during a game. Ansley Hurst, a Florida High softball player, feels comfort knowing this act is in place to protect athletes like herself.
For me, I just had to get my heart tested to make sure everything was running smoothly. So I think it's a good idea to have it because you never know when something's going wrong.
By law, schools will have to partner with outside health providers in order to offer the screenings at $50 or less. The Second Chance Act is set to go into effect this year on July 1st, making Florida the first state in America to mandate EKG screenings for their student athletes. I'm Kandon reporting from the Dugout for FAMU News 20 at 5. Florida Senate Bill 1334, often referred to as the Florida SAVE Act, proposes significant changes to state election laws. If signed into law, it will require new voters to show proof of U.S. citizenship during voter registration. Only select federal documents will be accepted, which would include unexpired birth certificates, passports, and compliant driver's licenses. Student IDs are one form of identification that would no longer be accepted. Republicans say the bill is designed to strengthen election security and ensure that only eligible citizens are able to vote. Democrats, however, have a differing opinion.
It's going to, of course, be a huge cost impact to the Department of Highway and Safety Motor Vehicles. It's going to further put implications on people, for voters that really shouldn't even be in place. And of course, it's going to now cause for further barriers and disenfranchisement to happen at the polls.
The bill passed in the Florida House on January 25th by a vote of 83-31 and has now been placed on the Florida Senate floor today for a vote. Tallahassee resident Sam Jocelyn expressed concerns about what the bill may imply.
Not everyone has accessibility to go and get their real ID. DMVs, I know, are open from 9 to 5. That's usually when people have to work. I know it costs money to do that, and it does seem like a way to count out maybe the more lower class voters.
TV20 reached out to the office of Representative Persons Mullica, who sponsored the bill in the House, and has not received a response. Legislators on both sides of the aisle expect for this bill to pass through the Senate with ease, as a Republican told the majority. There has been no Democratic support for this bill thus far. Reporting from Florida's capital, I'm Kandon for FAMU News 20 at 5.